Chris Bebel here again. I'm a former federal prosecutor. I'm a former SEC attorney. I now use my knowledge, skill, and experience in private practice to help investors who have been deceived. So, what are we going to talk about today? Well, let's go through a couple of the arguments brokerage firms make in an attempt to escape liability. First of all, in case after case, they say, well, the broker wasn't authorized to engage in that type of conduct. Well, in response, that argument doesn't work. It has been shot down repeatedly by the courts, by the SEC, and by FINRA. They say, in a nutshell, you look at the scope of authority the person held, and that is defined very broadly. That doesn't help the brokerage firms. And they say also, look at the issue of apparent authority. If it appeared that this broker had authority to engage in this type of conduct, that brokerage firm, his employer, will be held liable. And in many respects, it all boils down to the issue of foreseeability. Was it foreseeable that the broker would engage in this specific form of conduct? Well, when you look at all the disciplinary actions that are brought month after month across the country, you can see that almost anything is foreseeable. Brokers engage in almost every type of misconduct known to mankind, while cheating their customers and while cheating the firms and while breaking the rules. Second, brokerage firms often try to escape liability by saying, well, it wasn't a high-level corporate executive who engaged in the underlying misconduct. It was a lower-level employee, a mere registered representative, a mere stockbroker. That doesn't work either. That will not get any traction. In a nutshell, I was just reading a case last week, and the SEC made it clear, this is an SEC case, obviously, and the opinion was issued by a judge within the SEC. And that opinion made it clear that in case after case after case, numerous corporations, including brokerage firms, have been held liable, have been held accountable for the acts of stockbrokers and other lower level employees. So obviously that argument isn't going to fly. The brokerage firm's efforts to escape liability will be torpedoed, and the customer will prevail in all likelihood under arguments focusing on these legal principles. Now, obviously, we're painting with a broad brush. We're not getting into all the details and the nuances. But if you have any questions about the misconduct you've been exposed to, about the way a broker or someone else at a brokerage firm has cheated you, give me a call. 903-843-5678. 903-843-5678, or just go to my website. You can find it at chrisbebel.com. Now, obviously, we are not in a position to accept all the cases that are presented to us. We look through the cases very carefully. We reject a significant amount of the cases that are presented to us. But give us a call. We'll take a look at your case and we'll tell you what we think. Thank you.